I'm going to be ringing the singing bowl to activate our crown. If you have sound sensitivity, please turn your volume down now. All right, family. Let's chop right in and see what storylines Spirit would like to share with you this morning. I hope you are well. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. In the central energy, we have the Three of Wands in the upright. There's a moving forward. There's an expansion. Oops. Sorry about that. We're making preparations. In the challenge position, we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. Somebody is disappointed, immature emotionally, and they are irresponsible and frustrated. In the subconscious, we have the Five of Pentacles in the upright. So there's financial loss, a lack of faith, defeat, poverty. In the recent past, we've got the Star, healing, hope, rejuvenation, spiritual fortune, intentions and expectations, a victory, a journey. So there is a victory for the Star, the intention and expectation, control, strong willpower. In the near future, we've got the High Priestess, divine feminine, high morals, sacred wisdom. The lens is being looked through. Well, this came out, hit my lap, and then flipped into the reverse. So this is the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Someone is exhausted and paranoid. In the environment, we have the Seven of Wands reversed. Overwhelmed, exhausted, again exhausted, destroyed confidence. So the prideful have been, it looks like, knocked off their high horse. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. Nine of Pentacles reversed. They were living beyond their means, obsessed with false success and deception. They're in fear. And the outcome. And the outcome is we've got 3 cards. So we've got conflict, upheaval, abusive relationships, being balanced out, so that we can have divine love and perfect harmony. On the bottom of the deck, we do have the Fool, new beginnings, innocent, that you can have faith in and trust in. This devil is stuck in an illusion. They're stuck in an illusion. There's no way that they can get out of it because that's their creation. They've embedded themselves so firmly into that illusion. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Whoa. Player. So we have a player wanting to horseplay around with hardship, bringing hardship to the innocent. And it's being remembered. Attention is being brought to it, and a defense is being presented to the vain people, and the innocent will survive the visitation of whatever conflict they're sending. So, what a bunch of jackwagons. Okay, so in the central energy here, moving forward, artist, creator, making preparations, challenged by somebody or those, singular or plural, micro or macro, however you wish to see it, however it applies to you and your storyline. So the challenge is emotional immaturity. So the creator is having to deal with folks who are emotionally immature and irresponsible. We have optimism here. The creator is very optimistic. Somebody is optimistic. We've got 5 of Pentacles. These ones who are irresponsible are in fear. They're losing their stolen wealth. There is a change. The Star is in the recent past with a rejuvenation, a rebirth, a renewal. Peace. A victory, the Chariot, a journey, willpower, control. This came out and did all kinds of flips, and it wound up in the reverse. So we've got Chicken in the reverse. Whoever this is, this Star who's at peace, winning this race, they're no chicken. They're definitely not a chicken. There's got the High Priestess here in the near future. Sacred Divine Wisdom. Leadership in her rightful place. is the divine feminine, high morals, hidden sacred mystery, connections with Creator, with the Most High, in total alignment. So we've got this irresponsible, frustrated, immature person. They're on edge. They're defensive and they're paranoid. They're overwhelmed. Invisible. Seven of Wands in the reverse. They're exhausted. They want to give up. Their confidence has been destroyed. They failed. They failed to achieve a limelight position. They were fighting for it, and they couldn't brutalize enough people to gain it. We've got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, so they don't have any faith. They don't believe in anything other than themselves, and they were living beyond their means. They were thieves, stealing wealth from others, and that's over. That's over. They're in fear. They don't have, nobody's making them any promises. Nobody's making them any deals. Those who brought conflict and upheaval are in the midst of negotiations. There is a balancing in process. Ma'art is, I think is how somebody said ma'art. And then we're entering into a phase of a Ten of Cups divine love union. We've got academic in the reverse. So their knowledge failed them. They thought they were real clever, but they weren't as clever as they thought they were. A bunch of addicts. A bunch of addicts pushing drugs into the world, trying to make these high priestess leaders, trying to push drugs and other toxins into their body to poison their mind and their connections with the Most High. So they're a bunch of exploring addicts. They could be time travelers, come back to try to defile and degrade the sacred wisdom that you hold as the star high priestess. You're very conscientious, and through self-care you were able to sweep out your mind and sweep out all of that was giving you problems, and you maintained your sense of love, and you are in a state of love here and now. Puppet master trying to find your location. This tribe, they want to know where your home is so they can bring you drama to your life path using the spirit worlds and all the labor that they will put into that. So they're still in that frame of mind. They're not out of it. They won't get out of it. It's their framework. It's their foundation. This state of mind and way of being is who they are. They won't change. No matter how many times they say that they'll never do it again, it won't change because this is their framework. It's sad that they were taught wrongly and made to believe that it was right. But there's nothing that can be done about that at this stage. Soul contract. So we've got preparations. The Creator is here making preparations for soul contracts, regarding soul contracts moving forward. The challenge is separating those who are optimistic from those who are irresponsible and emotionally immature. So there's a separation. There's a separation between those who do for self optimistically and those who try to take from those. So there is a change. The low vibing thief is in fear and insecure because of this change. See, optimism never gave up hope. You never gave up hope for love, even when this jackwagon was presenting an upside down cup, portraying this is what you had to choose from. This type of offer is what was being presented in the recent past. And you remained optimistic throughout all of that crap that you had to go through. You remained optimistic when it came to relationship, even though they were presenting you with nothing but trash over and over and over again. Garbage. Emotionally immature, irresponsible leeches is what this previous cycle had to offer the high priestess. But now they're insecure and they're in low self-esteem because there's a change. They're getting what they gave. They're going to be receiving everything they gave. If they put people in poverty, they're going to be put in poverty. The star is here, a rebirth, a rejuvenation, a state of peace, a victory, no chicken. Absolutely not a coward. There's no need to escape. This person doesn't have anything to escape. It's high priestess leader. Oh. Well, I just threw all these out on the floor, and I'm just going to put them back because it was a whole big old group of those. Please, Spirit, don't let me be sloppy. Space. There is space. They've been kicked out of your space. High Priestess is in a leadership position here in the near future. Somebody sabotaged themselves. The High Priestess is in a leadership position. Somebody sabotaged themselves. And they are on edge, exhausted. They're invisible, so they're not physically present. They're working in the shadow, in the unseen realm, and they're making mistakes. They're making mistakes that they can't fix. They're in a Seven of Wands reverse. They're overwhelmed. They don't have any confidence, and they did not gain a limelight position. They've got a soul tie that they're connected to. A Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. They did not get the reward. They could not steal the reward from this High Priestess, which is what they were trying to do. And she's a star and a High Priestess. Creator, at peace. No chicken. These ones aren't getting a promise. They're not getting a promise of great wealth. They're not getting a promise of anything. There's no forgiveness. Those who brought conflict are being balanced. So there's Mot, or Mot. M-A-apostrophe-A-R-T is how somebody spelled it. So I don't know if it's pronounced Ma-art. Please tell me if I'm doing that right. Ma-art. So anyway, they're being brought to balance. And we're moving into a Ten of Cups divine union. And these ones, academics failed them. They did not get your destiny. They could not steal your destiny, your Ten of Cups union. They couldn't take it from you. They were trying to fight you for it. Isn't that funny? They wanted a Ten of Cups divine love, but they thought the way to get it was to go poke your eyes out for it. Isn't that just stupid? It's the most backwards thinking ever. They want divine love, but they're going to fight. And divine love isn't built on anger and thievery. It just isn't. So it's wild. Okay, we're entering into a new chapter here. It's time, and it's too late to take any action. These ones who came against you are being detached. It's an unexpected outcome. They're feeling broken and shattered about it. They don't have any light. They're being separated from the star. They miss their opportunity, and they don't know what to do about about a commitment that they neglected with you. They neglected their commitment with you. They held back. They took all your wealth, all your happiness, all your stability, and they left you hanging. Now they want to mend the connection, but they're egotistical and they're unworthy. They're unworthy. They're chasing after you because you're the source. And there's gossip about your self-love that this third party creamed all over, thinking it was just jizzy. But you're irreplaceable. You're an irreplaceable being. And you understand exactly what they did to you. They're daydreaming and laughing. They were laughing and remembering all the laughs that they had with their cohorts while they were causing you suffering, stealing your abundance. And they're confused about their secrets and the damage that they are now feeling by your absence. You're entering a passionate reunion. The truth has been revealed. Their values were all about money. You're entering a reunion. You're reunited. These ones weren't able to steal your life path or your destiny. The one that you are committed to in the other realm wants to have a conversation with you. So, you have those who did not appreciate you. They want to run. They're running away from the shadows. They're running. They can't separate themselves from it, and they're overwhelmed. You're the light, and they've been cut off from you. They can't separate themselves from the shadow. You were the source, and they abused you in a bad way. Rather than living in harmony, they decided they were going to take from you your light, your peace. But they couldn't because you weren't afraid. Or you overcame your fear. You overcame your fear. You might have been very afraid at one point. Because these ones really came at you with everything that they had from an invisible space, attacking your mind. Attacking your mind. We've got perseverance, but it came out in the sideways. So the Creator has persevered, but whoever is coming against the Creator won't. You never gave up optimism and hope for union in the midst of emotionally immature, irresponsible jackwagons trying to present false love cups. They're not abundant, limitless beings. They came to drain your cup and your wealth, but now they're in a 5 of Pentacles because they've been cut off from you. They're receiving everything that they gave in this adversity. They're getting it back. You're the star. You're at peace. You don't have anything you need to escape from. You've gained a victory. You're not a chicken. You're not envious. There's no envy in you. Your space is clear, like you are protected. These ones can't get into your space anymore. We've got trust in the reverse. It could be that those who you don't trust or are untrustworthy have been separated. They have been isolated. It could be that you have been isolated away from this chicken who sabotaged themselves. You're a leader. You're a high priestess. You're happy. You are happiness. And these ones are exhausted because they couldn't take you out with their fear. They're paranoid. They made a lot of mistakes and you are free. They're paranoid because you are free. And now what will you do? It's not what will you do, it's what will your team do. Creator beings, your brothers and sisters, your stars and suns, who these ones were attempting to extinguish the light of and wear it like a coat. I'm so pretty, I'm so pretty. So their confidence has been destroyed. They did not gain a position in the limelight. There's a soul tie here, and it could be that you are creator. You have a soul tie that offers you an opportunity to be courageous. So you are perhaps you are connected to the Most High. As the star, as the high priestess, you have a soul tie with the Most High. They're not going to let you go. And they're not going to give your limelight position to irresponsible, prideful people. It's not going to happen like that. They're not going to get your reward. They don't have any faith. They don't believe in anything. They're not getting a promise from the Most High. They're not getting forgiveness either. They're in grief. So those who were stealing and abusing people in these upside down love cup relationships so that they could steal the abundance that was not in them, they're being balanced. They're being brought into a state of balance. We're moving into the divine 10 of Cups unions. Those who had their knowledge, academics or whatever, it failed them. They were not able to steal your destiny. You are successful. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. These ones are under judgment. They could not bring you death. They could not unalive you. They're under judgment for trying to unalive you. Their scholarship, their academics failed them. They were not able to steal your destiny. They're under judgment. They were not able to cause you an ending, but they tried. You have gifts of the soul that benefit you and others. When you are alone, you know you're never alone. You're connected to the Most High. They thought that by isolating you, they could weaken you. But all it did was strengthen you. It just goes to show you, these people, they think they're so damn clever, and they do this atrocious stuff. Oh, I'm so clever. I'm so whatever. I'm so pretty. I'm so clever. They want forgiveness now. They're worried. about your love and friendship, about the love that your friends have for you. They need to accept the things that they cannot change. Peace is here. We're entering a phase of peace, of divine love, that's open to seeing both sides of a situation, that has empathy for its surrounding constituents, and acts with discipline. They're not just out here willy-nilly punching somebody in the face because they got a bad attitude. No, they're disciplined. And they're in service to others with honesty and integrity. Those who are prideful need to surrender. They're in a state of doubt and a state of fear regarding their health and relationships. Collective energy, please. Spirit, collective energy. Collective energy, please. Spirit, collective energy. We got journey. We're moving forward. The Creator's moving forward. Some will persevere, some won't in these next soul contracts. There's a mature man here and a privileged lady. We'll clarify what that means as we go on. We have somebody who's irresponsible with their love cup. They're not an abundant, limitless being. You remained hopeful and optimistic regarding relationship. These ones were not able to cause a change. They were not able to destroy love. They're insecure. There's a change to this adversity. They're getting back what they gave. They could not cause you poverty. They couldn't steal your energy or your peace. So now they're getting back what they gave. You're not envious. You don't have any need to escape. You are this sudden wealth. You are this abundant light source and happiness and peace. This is you, and you are that in abundance. You've gained a victory over this adversity because they're just... It's not, the only way that they could win is if they were able to drag you into the drama and make you eat it. Make that your life force food essence. And you said, no, I'm not eating that. Not going to eat that crap. I'm going to go cultivate peace for myself. That feels good. And you did. And they got the message. They're being separated from you. They're untrustworthy. You don't have to deal with these chickens anymore. They sabotage themselves. You're a high priestess leader. They're in bad health because you're happy. So they're exhausted from an invisible place. They made mistakes, and and you gained your freedom. This community is an upside down community. They're exhausted. You don't even know who these people are. They're invisible. They're at a distance. They're working on you from afar. And they're making mistakes. Obviously, because you're free. They can't stop thinking about you. And your marriage. Your courageous marriage. They did not get your limelight position. They couldn't take you out. Their confidence is destroyed. There's no promise. There's no forgiveness. They are in grief. There's no freaking Nine of Pentacles for them. They were living beyond their means. This is their soul essence. They are in poverty. They're not this. This isn't what's inside of them. This is what's inside of them. Bad health, but they wanted to swap with you. And they tried to pull you into this. They tried to pull you into this conflict. Courtship. They're in grief over your courtship, and neither of you are forgiving this situation. They tried to take your Nine of Pentacles. They tried to take your life force essence star. They tried to strip you of your peace and steal your soul contract with the Creator. They wanted you separated from the Creator. They wanted you in their position. They're under judgment. They weren't able to cause you a death. Your pathway is open and clear. And we've got high honor, expectation, pathway is open, and there's a journey. So they're under judgment. They weren't able to cause you an ending. There's expectation. You're going on a journey. Your pathway is wide open. You are high honor. Holy moly. You are high honor, and these ones are in the courthouse going in a coffin. In the courthouse going in a coffin. Because they were doing things in the family room. They were doing things in the family room, trying to steal the pathway of this main female, the high priestess leader. They're in big trouble. They're going in a coffin. They tried to take out the high priestess, directly, privileged lady, directly linked to the Creator. Star. It's what's amazing to me is that they actually thought this individual would be crushed under the weight of this community. One individual, this invisible community, they thought they were going to be able to crush this person. And they all came after them, and not only the community, but their friends or people outside the community that they hired to assist in the process. This was a very large affair. Which goes to show you how powerful this high priestess leader actually is. Creator, privileged lady, star. This whole community and all their friends decided to come against this star and her counterpart, the Creator. So the privileged lady is here with the Creator right now. In a soul contract. She never gave up hope. Even while she was being bombarded by all of these others, these Page of Cups in the reverse, she never gave up hope. There's a mature man here who's having difficulties persevering. There's a mature man who's having difficulties persevering. They're ill. They're sick. They couldn't cause a nightmare for this privileged lady or the creator or her counterpart in their soul contract. It was their daydream is like busted. They're sick over it. It's like, oh my gosh, it didn't work. They can't persevere. They're trying real hard, but it's falling apart. They're sick about it. They couldn't cause a change for the creator and his privileged lady. These third wheel enemies are frightened. They are in a Five of Pentacles energy. There is a change, regarding this change. They were bringing adversity and they're getting reciprocity for that. They couldn't cause you poverty. They are overloaded and overwhelmed. They have a lot of obligations. They thought for sure that they were going to have the status and the wealth and the control that this creator and his privileged lady have. They thought for certain they had this in the bag. And they made a lot of agreements. Mercy. The star has received mercy, a kindness, an aid for remaining peaceful. They are a sudden wealth. They are the star. There's no need for them to escape. There's no envy in them. They're just sitting here taking it. Boom, boom, boom. Taking it, taking it, taking it. Remaining peaceful. Remaining happy. Taking in all that vile energy and turning it into happiness, turning it into peace. Winning. Winning. Imagination. This chicken, it was all a fantasy. They're untrustworthy. They're being separated. They're getting the message. You are worth saving. High Priestess leader. Happy High Priestess leader. Reached her goals. These ones are prideful and they're experiencing a loss. They're in bad health. They sabotage themselves. This whole community is upside down. They're paranoid. They're invisible. They made mistakes. So wherever location they're from, they're paranoid because you've got your freedom and you've got a vow. You are okay. You are stable. You have a vow with the Creator. There is the Creator, the privileged lady, and the spirit realm. This is a very big family that these envious folks came against. And tried to destroy. And their confidence has been destroyed because they didn't gain the limelight position. The privileged lady is here with a soul tie and contract with the Creator. Very courageous. There's marriage here. Now you can say Creator, you can take that to mean the Most High, you can take that to mean the Son of God, you can take that to mean whatever. But there is a Creator here with a privileged lady, and there is a soul tie, a soul contract, and union with courage. And these ones are protesting. They're so upset that both of them survived. Both of them survived the nightmare and made it to each other, and they are united in contract now. A blessing for the world. Comparatively, when you look at the previous cycle, oh yes, this is a blessing. Perseverance. The blessing persevered. It earned merit while dealing with all these curses. So they were cursed, and they didn't destroy the world. They went inside. They created peace within them while they were surrounded and bombarded by these ones throwing curses at them left and right. And rather than become a destroyer, they remained in their creative mode, and they got busy creating peace out of that shit. Creating merit, processing it, transmuting it, dealing with that heavy load, not being drowned by it. And now these ones want to compromise because they're facing loneliness. They're being split off. They're being separated. They're being separated. They are bound to the commitments that they made blindly while they were trying to destroy the Creator and his counterpart, his family that cares about the children. This coach wants to apologize for all the work they did. There will be justice served for the disturbances that they placed upon the children, the people, the world. And they can be sure that everything they did is being remembered. They are rejected by the alliances. There's no reward. There's no promise. There's no forgiveness. They're in grief because they brought abuse to you and they've been defeated. They're in upheaval. Balance is being restored. They're in the courthouse facing a coffin. They have to stop. One way or the other, they have to stop. You're entering into your Ten of Cups union. Divine love is here. Their academics could not steal or destroy your destiny. They are under judgment for trying to bring you death. And the pathway is open for the high honor folk. They are having expectations of going on a journey. They will be reunited with their home team, the Creator's family. And they will go on their adventure. They are kings and queens of that mountain. Somebody tried to rob you, bringing conflict to your marriage. They thought it was a great idea to cause an accident for your vitality, for your family. And they're furious because you were ready and you're entering into your mega project, sweetheart. These mask wearers, they made a promise trying to gain your vitality. They made a promise trying to gain your vitality, and they're stressed out by all the bribes they took. They're trapped. And you are left here with your love, while they are homeless because there's evidence of everything that they did to you. You can relax. You stayed calmed and relaxed through these rituals. It couldn't stick to you. You're a high value person and they need to live and learn. That is the story of eternal love. Overcoming bullies. Loving their family. And these ones are hesitating. They're confused because they're being stopped. They're stubborn. They're freaking out. They're like, why? What? They don't want to quit. That's all they know. But you're coming into your reward. And that's fate. and good news. It's just the way it is. You're collaborating, you are in unity, and you're all dreaming sweet. The strategy that they were implementing is they are out of time and they're facing confinement. So wherever this transition leads them to, you triumphed over this religious dominator, or these prayers that were put in place to dominate you. You triumphed over it. And this is a death for them. This friend, these friends who came after you for your gift, they are going to be suffering a natural disaster now and death. They tried to get your gift, these friends, and now they're going to get what they wanted for you. May they be ultimately pleased with their efforts. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Melancholy. They're in melancholy over this soul contract. You're not in a nightmare. The Creator and his privileged lady are here together in union. And they're moving forward, making preparations. This mature man is having difficulty persevering through this. He's ill, and he's realizing that it was all just it was a fantasy. He's unrealized. It's a fantasy unrealized. So there's a letter. They've been informed. They're in fright. These third wheel enemies are in fright because you never gave up hope. And you're not sick. And you're not sick. You're not in poverty. They could not strip the light or life out of you. This priest wanted your fortune and your house of wood, your house of flesh, and all of the vitality and substance within it. They brought you adversity. And now they're overloaded because this is their reward. They wanted this for you, but this is what this is what they wanted for them. And this is what they wanted for you. But it's going backwards now because they couldn't cause you poverty. And they're getting reciprocity. They couldn't take your house. They couldn't take your fortune. Death. They're sick and dying. You're the star and you've received kindness. They see you as somebody worth saving. You are sudden wealth. You are this great vitality in the world. You are life. And they tried to steal it from you. These envious people, they tried to steal it from you. But they couldn't put you in a position where you needed to escape. You're not envious. So they couldn't manipulate you into a specific mindset, which was their goal, to drive your mind into the ground, into you. They didn't want you to believe yourself worthy of this union. They didn't want you to believe yourself worthy of your status. Of your mindset. Of your this is your vitality. This is who you are. This isn't something you do. This is who you are. This isn't a role you play. It is your essence. And they tried to take it from you. They're in despair because they owe the merchant. They sabotage themselves. They're in bad health. They're in a state of loss. They're very egotistical and very haughty. Very haughty. And you, High Priestess, you are very joyful, celebratory. You celebrate the tiny things in life. The little things. It's like, oh, a tiny discovery. You know, those little things. So this whole community is flipped upside down. They're exhausted. They're invisible. You don't know where they are. They made mistakes. They're in sorrow. Because you've got your freedom. You are okay. You are in a vow, and it's faithful. It's faithful. I know he loves me. I know she loves me. It is sure. It is certain. These ones are protesting. Their confidence is destroyed. They didn't get the limelight position. And we've got marriage, courage, soul tie, frivolity, and wife. These ones, they're not being forgiven. They're in grief. They're not getting any promises of reward. They're in a 9 of Pentacles reversed for all of their efforts, so they're not getting anything. Deception is their faith. They're all up in their thoughts. In the courthouse facing death because they couldn't put you in a coffin. High honor folk are moving forward. Yeah, they couldn't get a love reunion with you. They're going in the coffin. This theft, this abusive person. They couldn't steal your destiny because they couldn't plug in. They couldn't tap in. They couldn't get a contract. And you were never alone. Guarded, guided by God. So that you could reach the top of your mountain. As this high honor person. You have been able to reach the top of your mountain. As this high honor person, you are guided, guarded, and loved, protected by the Creator. This scholar foe is going to prison. They're getting the message about the money. Somebody's waiting. There's cheer about the money. And somebody is waiting. This consistent sweetheart waiting for the reunion. And this soldier is going on a journey. They're being evicted. They have to get on their horse and get out of town. Get on their horse and get out of town, because it's time for this young woman, sweetheart, to have love. They need consolation over the wedding. They're so distraught. This servant had hope of attaining a gift. But you were innocent, and you remained innocent. This old woman is seen as a pleasure seeker by the Lord. And she's sighing. There's talk about it in the mind. Like there's a lot of telepathic communications. Like everybody's thinking about it. And maybe not telepathically communicating with each other, but the Most High and others hear all. So there's a lot of room. There's a lot of thinking. If it isn't telepathic communication, there are those thinking about it. If they don't understand that they're telepathic, they're just thinking about it. And there's a lot of activity in the mind, a lot of conversation happening about. It could be this person who provided a service of making people widowers. A professional widow service provider. Surprising a false friend with misfortune. And this enemy is in melancholy. Okay, so that's what we got for this morning. I hope this verifies or clarifies something that you already intuitively knew. And I will see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.